Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. This morning we're going to do a reading for all you guys born in the year of the monkey. So if you are a monkey personality, this is a reading for you. Let's see what we've got for you this week. I'm just going to close my eyes, give these a shuffle, and then we're going to pick three. Let's see how things are going. Let's stop there and take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, and that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got two whites and a black, so it looks like it's a good start, ending in that black there. But as I've always said, white isn't always all right, black isn't always an attack. It's about the compatibilities when we flip them over. And we've got that white rooster in there now, and again, it's a good example of white not always being all right, because monkeys and roosters, they're not necessarily compatible in the sort of ways you would be compatible with other signs with a similar ego. Because you've got egos that are quite large, as in the rooster and the monkey, because you've both got these egos that are quite large, there is going to be competition, and it is going to end up in a, I suppose in some ways, critical or criticizing way, a judgy way. When these types of competitions happen, it can be anything from siblings, partners, sort of colleagues. It could be anything in that kind of close capacity or vicinity of you. The idea is to kind of avoid the conflicts. The idea is to kind of take a step back, but I feel like you're being dragged into it. There's something dragging you into it, and although you're trying to, or I say you're trying to, you're doing it. You're not just trying, you are keeping your head up, and even though that is something that you're quite keen to do, it is starting to take its toll. I think right now this is a case of, you're wearing a smile, you're putting on a mask, everybody sees you in this good mood, in this happy place, or being okay. Unfortunately, below that, I feel you're being quite critical, or you're criticizing yourself, judging yourself in a way where you're actually starting to believe the things that you're thinking, or believe the things that you're telling yourself. Right now, your patience is also going to start wearing thin, or this is a good time to practice patience before it starts wearing thin. You're losing your patience with something, and it could have something to do with the competitive side of things, or the challenges that have arisen from the competitive side of things. As well as that, you're also getting bored of the same things, or the same cycles happening again and again and again. It's almost like you've seen this before, you've been here before. There's too much of the too many similarities here. You've had experience with it, and it's starting to remind you of places like, oh yeah, I've seen this before, yeah, I've been here before. I think as well in this case there is a kind of, how can I put this, there's no way to create a shortcut around these challenges or the things that present themselves in front of you. Like, you can't just improvise here. That's the way to put it. There is a set of instructions you have to follow, or a set way of doing things. There is a method to this. You can't just wing it. There is no winging it here. That snake card's jumping in there. Another example of white not always being all right, because monkeys and snakes are less compatible than the rooster and the snakes. But the snake and the rooster are in the same triangle, in that same affinity triangle for the thinkers. So you've got a lot to think about, and you've got a lot of things that are on your mind. And I think, again, overwhelmingly pushing you into places of conflict and challenges. You're holding on to, I guess, in some ways, you're holding on to the assumption in some ways that everything is not as it seems. Not everything is as it seems. And you're not trusting it. You're not trusting the things that are going on around you right now. You're not trusting the fact that things are what they are, or how they're being said or portrayed. I think as well, it's hard for you to compromise on things right now, because you don't even know what's right and what's wrong. There's a lot going on here where you think you're getting it, or you think you've got it, but then all of a sudden things change, and and you're not entirely sure anymore. You're kind of thinking, hang on a second, wait a minute, is this where I'm supposed to be? Because this isn't what I signed up for. It's also a karmic card, so there is a lot of karmic energy around this snake card, and potentially around you at the moment. Somebody, not necessarily you, is getting negative karma. They're paying a karmic debt, and it could be you. You could be paying this karmic debt. Somebody around you is paying this karmic debt, but whoever's paying the karmic debt, it is affecting you as well. If you want to know more about the karmic cards, then hit that subscribe button. We'll do more about that in the future. Right now, however, you are in a place where if you don't look after yourself, you're going to start suffering. That snake is a selfish card. That snake is a look out for yourself card. That snake is a self-care card. It's about thinking about what's best for you right now. Rooster and snake both thinking, and if you are really criticizing yourself and judging yourself, do something about it and give yourself a bit of a break to have some self-care and have a bit of a selfish moment for yourself. We've got that black card coming in there now, and it's a black snake. So we've got 3 thinkers and 2 karmic cards. A lot to think about, a lot on your mind, a lot of things happening that you're trying to catch up with. Like, it's almost like your brain's moving too quickly with the things it expects you to think about. Like, don't forget this. Oh, and then you got to think about this, and then this needs to be thought about. And oh yeah, this is on your mind as well. Don't neglect to do that. And there's this as well popping into your head. Lots of stuff going on. The snake being in the negative is not a great place, because obviously it's already a negative karmic card, and we were pushing our luck with the white snake with compatibility. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all, and we're going to go downhill from here. It's definitely a great time for you to start looking after yourself, holding on to your hat, prepare yourself, think thoroughly about what you're doing, think thoroughly about what you're going through and the consequences of all the things that you may choose to do. Put your foot down in the wrong spot, the ice is going to crack and break, and you're falling straight through that broken ice into the chasm below, and that chasm is going to be a pit of despair. It may be unavoidable. You may already feel yourself slipping into it. I think right now as well, for you monkey people, with that amount of stress and pressure, it could be an opportunity for you to become more reserved and become closed off. And I think that's potentially what you will opt to do. Because if you shut your own door and lock it, at least you know that everything you have locked behind it with you is safe and sound, and you can start to work on yourself. If you leave that door open, then you're just vulnerable to things that are going to happen in the future. Or the potential consequences of the actions or the lack of action that you may have. We're dealing with karma here in a way that it's a debt that needs to be paid, and it may not affect you, but you're not going to like it either way. And if you are judging yourself in a way where that rooster obviously is criticizing, or you have critical thinking if you're criticizing people and you're criticizing yourself, it's a very negative place to be, and you're looking at it from a completely different perspective. And because you've opened up that sort of that energy, and you've let that negativity come into your space, that has now allowed that negative karma to kind of bite everybody, or even yourself, in the arse. You're going to have to just ride it out, I'm afraid. That's the best advice I can give you, is you're going to have to ride this one out. There's no avoiding it, and there's no change in the course of action now. So you're just going to have to see how it goes, and basically hope that after the storm is done, not too much damage has been caused. And I guess we'll find out next week, won't we, when we come back and do another reading for you monkey people, and we'll see how you get on with all that negative karma and what you're dealing with. I'll be back later with a rooster reading, so if you're interested, I will see you then. If not, then I will just see you next week when I do another reading for all you personalities born in the year of the monkey. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.